One of the great, much debated questions in philosophy is whether ethics and moral philosophy itself are merely subjective, a matter of individual preferences and opinions, or whether some answers are right and others wrong. Now, the fact that we have ongoing debates stretching all the way back to the beginning of philosophy leads some people to conclude, if the great philosophers have been debating these questions of justice and rights and the good life and morality and virtue, if they've been debating those questions for centuries and not settled, agreed on one answer, then maybe there is no right answer. Maybe it's just a matter of each individual's preferences and opinions. I don't think that's the conclusion we should draw. Because while it's true that these questions have been debated for a very long time, it's also true that we can't stop thinking about them and reflecting about them and trying to get the right answer. Whenever people engage in debate about some hard ethical question or a question of justice, they presuppose the possibility that some answers are better than others. Otherwise, the debate would make no sense if you think about it. It would only consist, if all moral arguments were merely subjective, then all ethical argument would simply consist of the participants reporting on their own subjective preferences, as if they were saying, I like chocolate ice cream and the other person likes vanilla. But that's not the way we experience moral and ethical argument and debate. We're not just reporting our favorite flavor of ice cream or our opinions about the right way to live. We are trying to persuade. We're trying to advance reasons that might potentially persuade our interlocutor. That feature of moral argument, that it is inescapably persuasive, that it involves dialogue, suggests that the possibility of better answers and worse answers must be presupposed by the activity of engaging in moral argument itself. And so the way I teach and even in the books, in the way I write about moral and political philosophy, I don't try to offer up a single answer as if I were a preacher, but I try to raise questions and to give examples and to tell stories that invite the students or invite the readers to think for themselves, not because I don't think that some answers aren't better than others, but because I think that the process of dialogue and reasoning together is the only way of trying to work out the difference between more and less persuasive accounts of justice or of the good life.